I don't have any idea, but the artist put all these things together and create fantastic thing. Like the lion is actually controlling the traffic in Dhaka, you can see, and it's difficult to explain. It's in himself. It's itself is telling everything. You can imagine what type of thing. Like this is a Borjatra, and everyone is coming to see. These animal figures are one of the major thing what make the Rikshaw painting unique and pioneering. And I'm going to show more pictures here. So it's a very short time to talk about the Rikshaw painting. In 15 minutes, I have been talking about this Rikshaw painting for a long, and yeah, I know it's very difficult. It's a huge thing. It is like it's a Persian mythological items are also came to the subject matter as rickshaw painting, and different kind of rickshaws, different kind of mythological issues you can see here. Also the very rural scene, social justice and social crisis, a rickshaw puller who has a lot of children over there, so there is a crisis. Fisherman. And this is one of my favorite one. From Dhaka city, you can see the Himalaya, everything through this. They have already painted here. Bus, even in the river, there is a boat and train. And what is not here actually? That is the question. From the Asan Monjil, from the Himalaya, everything they have drawn here and painted here. Fantastic. That is another one, Dhaka. And especially after the partition, 70s and 80s, there is a huge construction started in Dhaka at the time, and they also took this kind of thing. Domestic violence became the part of this thing. Some cultural issues like bawal gan or dance or everything. And also, this is funny. You can see a Bengali guy is fighting with dinosaur. You can see. I don't understand. It is very difficult. The dinosaur is fighting with the Bengali people with the lungi, and this is the fantasy of the rickshaw, fantasy world of rickshaw painting, and it's fantastic. Also, originally this is a painting by Joinal Abedin, who is the father figure in the modern art movement in Bangladesh, and this is one of the very famous painting by Joinal Abedin, and they have tried to create their own work in their own way. The struggle. The name of this painting, original struggle, is struggle by rickshaw painters, and it's going on and going on. And in around 20 years back, the screen print came. This is a part of screen print, and it was very difficult for the rickshaw painters. And now the digital print also came, and it is also straight for the hand painting of rickshaws nowadays. But from 20 years back, maybe in the beginning of the 21st century, some initiatives started. Especially, I should mention the Alias process in Dhaka. They have initiated to revive the rickshaw painting in that way. And in 1999, there was a huge exhibition in Alias process where 83 rickshaw and baby taxi painters were participant. And later, Alias process also worked with the Rikshaw Art Trust. Rikshaw Art Trust also worked on rickshaw paintings and since at the beginning of the 21st century. And this is on the photographs. In 2005, they have some collaboration work in Alias process at the time. And later they have also made some more work or more projects on rickshaw art after that. And this is one of the artworks. And recently, during the Corona, Samdani Art Foundation and Rikshaw Artists, they have initiated to support the rickshaw painters recently, and these artworks is coming out from that project. Also, at Jotha Shilpa, we're working to try to create some object, sellable object for the rickshaw painter. These are the handmade product, hand painted product, which is some kind of pen holder or some kind of tissue box cover. Even notebooks are trying to produce, and rickshaw painters are getting some involvement with this thing. And more recently, in the last year, in the December, we have organized a workshop in Faculty of Fine Arts, especially in painting department. And that is the first time this kind of workshop happened in the Faculty of Fine Arts, and the students of painting department came to the get the scope to work with the rickshaw painters at the time, and rickshaw painters were invited by the Art Institute for the first time to collaborate with this project. It was a fantastic experience, and the exhibition is going to happen maybe next month. So it was a fantastic workshop, and all the students are very happy to join in these workshops. And also the rickshaw painters were feel recognized as they said, or at last the Art Institute invited me, and we became teacher of the Art Institute. And Ahmed Bhai who is going to participate in this project here. He was also part of our project, and who is teaching some student how to paint rickshaw painting over there. And, I think that's all. And after that, I think Bisho, who is the teacher in the Faculty of Fine Arts, who can tell more thing about the contemporary practice of the time. Thank you very much, Sadia. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. It was a very insightful presentation. I think a lot of people will have a lot of questions, which we will address at the end. Now I want to welcome Bishwajit Goswami. So I'll briefly introduce him, and then I leave the floor to him. Bishwajit Goswami is a Bangladeshi artist and educator. He is an art assistant professor at the Drawing and Painting Department of the Faculty of Fine Arts, Dhaka University in Bangladesh. Also a visiting faculty at Architecture Department, both in Buet and BRAC University. Over the last few years, Bishwajit has been experimenting with various spaces and subjects. His extensive interest in arts has led him to direct a handful of projects during this time. Among his curated projects, Roots in the 5th Dhaka Art Summit in 2020 and Bindu Bishargo in the 18th Asian Art Biennale Bangladesh are very significant. Bishwajit Goswami is the co-founder of Brihatto, a research-based artist-run platform with a strong focus on community development and collaboration. He is the artistic director and one of the mentor of Brihatto Home Art Project 2020. Bishwajit has exhibited in several international forums such as the Venice Biennale, Dhaka Art Summit, Asian Art Biennale, Beijing International Art Biennale, Sitouchi Triennale, and Kunming International Art Biennale, and many more. I welcome Bishwajit Goswami to give your presentation and share with us the insights.
Thank you, Sadia, and thank you all who are here. And for me, it's a great opportunity to just talk a little bit about my journey or process, how the rickshaw art, or the way how I just try to connect with my resources, which is I always finding in my surroundings. So I think it's a great, interesting atmosphere how it is going on through the virtual reality. So it's fantastic. So can you just tell me, Sadia, how we can run? So you are sharing the images, and I will share the images. Great.
You let me
know you just show the first image, and then I can start. And then if I say next, then you can change the image. I think it would be better. And thank you, Sadia, again for cooperating me. Great.
Sure, no problem. Okay. Yes. This is the first image.
So, yeah, I think we can start. So, okay. So we are talking about the rickshaw painting. So how I find there is so many things like it is again as an artist or as a human being, what I feel the surroundings or the space is always very important, how I am belonging. So for me, I always try to understand how I just connecting with my each and every face. Like I was a child, and I used to play with my countryside home, and then I'm in my city, so there is a different atmosphere and how I try to connect. And then I used to travel, so everything is a traveling mode. So and that traveling mood always giving me the opportunity to make some different kind of quest, like a trusty mind. So rickshaw, there is so many things how it is always fascinating for me as a visualizer. I can see so many things, so many pattern form, and I can connect with my flashback. Like in my childhood, I used to go for natural lake to just see the lotus, or I just see the animals of birds and they're playing. We are used to play together. So that is a life how it is always moving on. So next, in my art process, rickshaw painting, so how it is connecting, like I have so many different ways to nurture my process and the ideas. So it is mostly, it is like a spontaneity way, like how I try to feel something, and then idea is developing in my mind first, and then I just follow that process, and I try to figure out that how it could be executed. So it could be in painting art form or photography or site-specific work or collective or anything. So I don't bother firstly what would be the medium or from where I can connect the resources. The first thing is my ability, how I perceive. And then I decide how I can follow that journey. So for me, when I am telling about there is a rickshaw, so we can see there is a form which is heart pattern. So two sides, there is a two heart pattern. Ma means mother. So I usually used to see every time, mostly the in rickshaw backside, there is a form which is heart pattern, and it is always just attaching with the rickshaw, and it is not the front side, it is always back side. And it's quite interesting for me why mother is always backside. So that spirit is very, very, very much fascinating for me. And I try to understand why mother is always back. So I try to recall my mother, even the mother. If I define the form, mother is not only my mother, it is woman, it is even the time, how we can connect the time. It is also the nature. It is also the motherland, the soil. Even it is the relationship, the collectiveness. Like as a mother, when mother take the decision to hold the family, she always make herself more open to make it more whole, more tight, when more. It is in a sense it is very tight attachment, and other way it is also again more flexible. So that is the spirit, and mother is always in backside. So if I follow the next slide, then I can also I think we are not following the same the track, like how it can be goes, like
Okay, tell me.
Sadia,
I think when I downloaded it. God.
That below last second one, last
Okay,
second one.
yes.
Yes. So this is one of my. So it is also. It was in a residency in China. I was with a group of artists. So suddenly that time my wife, she was pregnant, and I was missing her and her process, how she's conceived the baby inside of her home. So then one of my interpreter, I just told her, could you just hold something? I'm just writing something, and then can you just hold it? And she's asking me, what is this? I say, mother means mama. And then mother, so I'm not mother, I'm just woman. And then I just express my whole experience. So it is just a connection. It is just a conversation. And it's a way how I try to figure out a new metaphoric personality where I can also see that image. And then she was totally excited and overwhelmed. And then she said, "Okay, I think I'm so lucky. I'm part of your project." So then it started, and then I started it so many different portions. Like I travel in China, different province, and then I just try to connect with different mother. So I just figure out in the next some next traveling period, then there is somehow I can stage them three category. One is dream. So dream means who wish becoming mother, and one is love, who is conceived, and another is spirit, who already transformed that motherhood. So then I try to make a form, a motif, like that was in my sketchbook. I just in a very random way, I just wrote that the calligraphy, that word ma. And then I came back my country, and I met one of my good friend Bikram Da, and then I make a collaboration with him, and then develop one form. And then I got one symbol, a motif, which is come from rickshaw painting. Can you show the photography image? One is just only the rickshaw painting image, Sadia. Just the image. Yeah. So this is the image. So if we see little more zoom, then we can see there is only one word, almost a letter, and there is a symbol which is connecting. This is more natural representation. It's all about flower, floral, and it's more colorful, and it's more soft, more vibrant, which is the representation of the motherhood or the mother spirit. So that is the way how I discovered that motif. And then I again start my journey, like traveling with mother. So whenever I travel, so my traveling mode is coming from my roots, like from my village, and then I travel in city. So rickshaw is a form where we used to travel one place to another place, and it is a transport. How we can see the whole thing, it is more open. So it is also connecting the spirit, like a mother, how she also act. So it is the way how I try to understand the whole energy or whole spirit, how it is more minimal. Rickshaw is a very minimal form of transportation, and it is human made. They can ride by themselves, and there is no engine, there is no pollution, and it's more nature friendly. And again, it's connected with my artwork, my series of one of my series, which is also connecting one particular spirit, and it's totally more colorful. So when I travel, sometimes people are asking me, so many women are asking me that, your mother is so small and it's more colorful. So I said, yes, in my village, I can see my mother from long distance, like how she wears saris, and I can easily locate. So this is my mother, more colorful. But when I asking my mother something, she just, my 10 questions, she just made it one word. That is only smile. So that is the minimal energy, how mother always spread through a very positive way. So that is the journey how I started a series of my photography. It is an interactive project, and there is again a traveling experience, how I can also connect with different women and also different landscape. So it is not only the motherhood, it is not only a woman, it is also connect with that atmosphere, that culture, even that geography. So can we go for some images holding mother motif, some women photography? Yeah. So this is the way. So sometimes it's not so easy. Like this image is taken in Lugufu. Lugufu, it is in China. It's a indigenous community So that community, it is called that Kingdom of Women. So they have full freedom. So it is not so easy how I try to connect with them. So it is also very fascinating as an artist how I express my through my body language, and they also able to understand. Okay, it might be something interesting and very very positive, very good manner, and they also appreciate, and then they go to perform. And sometimes I also used to use sometimes interpreter, sometimes my friends. So it is again a collective process. Like not only me, there is so many people are also engaged with that process. So this is also a different experience for me, how I can go several places, and also I can carry that journey like traveling with mother. So there is some images you can see. It is in Brahmanbaria in Bangladesh. And can you go next slide?
This one?
Yeah, next. This one will already shown. This one? Yeah. So there is also very, so this is in Rome. So here, three mothers. So one mother is more prominent. So she is in middle. So she was beautifying by other two mothers. So that is the idea, how it is also connecting the energy, or the beauty, or the relationship. So this is the way. So later on, I think in different way. Like as I say, that mother is only not only the motherhood. So mother is, it could be a space. It could be a it could be a connection with my country, my land. So okay, these are my process. You can also show. So how I try to engage with people, like the different places, how the process is happening.
Now where we
And
where we go?
then, yeah, the first one, the little girl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this is the new way how I realized that form can be also transformed in different ways. So it is in my foundation. So Brihatto, it is a art platform which is also a energy where we are more open, and it is like a motherhood. Like a platform can be also act like a mother. So mother accept anyone. So I used to get that experience in village. Like if someone is visiting any village, so if they meet any another friend mother, they easily welcome them. Baba, please join us, eat food, and stay home for one night. So that is the welcoming. That is the connection, very random way. So the platform is also, it is like more open, where it is not only, we are not concerned only to connect with the artistic zone. So it is more concerned to connect with the community. So community belong with peoples, different kind of peoples. It could be very ordinary, even from the street, any people can join. Even community belongs with the nature, surroundings, even the object. So how we can also connect with the object. So how object can also give us some spirit or energy. So this is the way how I try to connect with installations or site-specific sculptural position, how people or other thing can also accommodate them. And this is the space. So it is in Hazaribagh, and this space developed in pandemic time. So it is in my studio. So if we see the outside space, so outside space, it was a tannery. So the building name is Mukti, means freedom. So freedom, Mukti only got that freedom just only counting the money and the listening the business talk, conversation. Now Mukti is becoming friend with Brihatto, or Brihatto is becoming friend with Mukti. So here so many people are coming, different people from local and global. Even the downstairs, the worker, they used to come, and also they are also joining us with the artistic people, like with one professor, sometimes a rickshaw puller also laughing, appreciating art, watching any kind of site-specific work, and they enjoy. So that is the way how I try to connecting with that traveling mode. Like it is always like a rickshaw. It is not only we are concerning the essence, visual essence of the outsider beauty. The way how I can see the rickshaw, it is a transportation. How I can travel here to there. So for me as a person, as an artist or a human being, I am very thirsty to travel from here to there. Now, how we are talking here, we are all are have a one platform. So I believe that there is so many people are connecting from different places, different portions, and people are different identity. But here we are together. It is the collectiveness, and it is the mode of traveling. So which is, I believe, and this is my way of understanding how I transform the rickshaw motif of the spirit or energy through my art process. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goswami. It was really interesting to see all of your work and a transformation of very specific observation on rickshaw into so many things. I think both of our speakers have given you a lot of thought for brain, and we open the platform for questions. I already see some of the questions here. Imtiaz Russell have question to Shaunakon specifically. Do you think the backplate of a rickshaw is used as a promotional banner? As you mentioned, famous cinema banners were being painted, and now some brands and election banners are being digitized on the backplate of a rickshaw. And the second question from the same person is there any connection with the motif of Pakistani truck painting and our rickshaw motifs? I saw both colors are vibrant and some similarity of geometrical pattern, more than Borak and Kaaba Sharif.
Thank you, Sadia. Can you repeat the first question again? Actually, first question.
Do you think the backplate of a rickshaw is used as a promotional banner? As you mentioned, famous cinema banners were being painted, and now some brands and election banners are being digitized on the backplate of a rickshaw.
No, it's not really. Actually, at the beginning, it was not a promotional thing. It was actually like when the Nishan cinema became very popular. So rickshaw painters thought that if they can paint the Nishan characters in their rickshaw, that can be interesting and people can be attracted to ride the rickshaw, because there is a competition between all rickshaws. Which rickshaw is very attractive, that is more suitable for, and people used to get or ride a beautiful rickshaw, isn't it? So that was the thing. There is a no direct connection between the promotional things at the time. Definitely rickshaw painters, but the rickshaw painting style actually influenced that thing. I can tell you one story from my research work, and I had the opportunity to interview one of the very old rickshaw painters in 2005, whose name is S. Moin, who told me that when someone came whose name is Alauddin came to work with us, but he was not good at all in cinema banner. So we said, you better go to work with the rickshaw. In the 50s, 60s, or even 70s, 80s, rickshaw was not that much popular or that much prestigious at the time as cinema banner. Cinema banner has some prestige because it was connected with the huge industry. But that Alauddin became one of the famous rickshaw painter and one of the pioneer rickshaw painter in literature. So it can be happen because it has some difference. Because cinema banner painting, it has some connection with the billboard painting. and they used to draw portraits or many kind of promotional objects for many issues. But rickshaw painters were not engaged in that way. Another thing I can tell you that the rickshaw painters actually get the work from the rickshaw owners. I think it's called mahajans. So, and sometimes rickshaw mahajans also buy their rickshaw plates or the board, they call it board, from Bongshal stalls where they used to sell this thing. Second question is?
Okay, I would like to add one or two lines with the first answer, but let me share you the second question first. So, is there any connection with the motifs of Pakistan in truck painting?
Yeah.
And our truck rickshaw motifs, yeah.
Actually, I can tell there can be some kind of connections between, but I am not sure because I don't have the opportunity to work on the truck painting in Pakistan. I have a good expertise on rickshaw and cinema banner paintings, but what can I feel? I'm not certain, but I'm just a feeling that the cinema banner painting and rickshaw painting, both in the trade, has some good influence of non-Bengali Muslims who are actually involved in this kind of commercial art. They used to say commercial thing before partition. So maybe after the partition, they are maybe coming from the same source. Maybe some people arrived in Dhaka or some part of East Pakistan or Bangladesh right now, and some people arrived in West Pakistan or Pakistan right now. Maybe there is some connections, but I am not sure because I have some experience of track painting in Bangladesh. But in Bangladesh, what kind of track painting is going on? This is not similar to Pakistani track painting. They have different origin, different style, which is very much connected with the folk wooden craft, and most of the track painters actually originally cinema banner painters. What I came to know, the most of the track painters basically cinema banner painters. They have started track painting later. So there is a connection between the cinema banner painters and track painters. That I can tell you surely. The colors of the motifs, and of course the track painting. There is a work of wooden work is very prominent over there, which is absent in cinema banner or rickshaw over there. So that's the thing. I'm not sure. Maybe one day I can tell you the right answer if I have the opportunity to work on track painting in Pakistan.
Okay, let's cross our fingers on that. So what I wanted to add with the first question that Imtiaz have is rather than looking into the lens, looking through the lens of whether rickshaw painting is a way of promotion, we can look from the other side, the promotional strategy. So whenever the banners that you're talking about, the brands and election banners is for the mass people, they target the mass people's transport, and that's why they were placed there. That's the only basic knowledge, basic logic behind this, that these ads and promotional things were there because they wanted to reach the mass people. Their target was the mass people. That's why they covered the mass people's artwork.
Yeah. But I can tell you, Sadia, in the 80s, when the education program or the greenery program started from the government, so they took the opportunity to use the rickshaws. The Bikhoropon Korun, Dui Shantani Jotishto, or this kind of text they used to draw on the rickshaws at the time. That was later development when the people on Bangladesh government decided to promote this kind of promotional or campaign through rickshaws. It happened, and it's also it's happening some way. But that is not the interesting part of rickshaw. Actually, rickshaw is important because of its fantasy, because of their imaginary, and each has some different meaning. And what I can add here, the academic artists arise in the early 50s here after the partition also. The history of Faculty of Fine Arts in Dhaka University, which is actually mainstream, people said, and our pioneers had the intention to work for the mass people like Jainul Abidin or Kamal Hassan or Sultan. But what I found as a researcher, I found that at the same time, on the other hand, this kind of rickshaw painting or cinema banner painters have played a huge role for the most people, and without the help of the elites or any kind of sponsorship, because this is something parallel stream which was unnoticed for a long time. But after the 71, maybe from 70s, the researchers have already firstly started to concern this thing. And later in the 90s, what we see, I already mentioned the alias process, actually, the first made the big project with the rickshaw painting in 1999, which is now in the collection of National Museum right now, which is a huge collection. It's a treasure kind of thing. All the production of that workshop, has been organized by alias process in 1999, they have presented to the National Museum. And I had the opportunity to see all these works, original. And I saw the exhibition, but later when I was working for the National Museum, I had the opportunity to visit all these things. I see all these works, and this is a huge collection. It is very difficult. And also, I should mention the Japan or UK, there's a good collection in some museums. So we need to think about more, and I'm very happy to see this initiative. This is really good for the rickshaw painting.
Thank you. So one more question for, I guess, both of the speakers. Yesterday we discussed about the history again. Many things we actually also talked about yesterday. So we have a question that, what is your thought about the declining state of rickshaw art? What is your view about it, and what do you think can be or should be done to preserve it? I would go to Vishwajit first, and then I come back to you, Shauna.
I think there is a lot of possibility. Like it is not only the rickshaw art. So my concern is to how to relocate all the possibilities through our journey, like how the contemporary art context is moving on, and how we are always just connecting with so many things. Like when as a practicing artist, I always try to finding so many interesting resources from different places. Even most of the time, how I feel as a artist or art educator, mostly we are more fascinating about to see the other world, how people are act or people are practicing. But sometimes we are missing our own world, where we are belonging and how we are taking our own food. So there's a chance to understand that ability, and there's again a chance how we can also create that bridge, like how as a contemporary art practitioner, how I can also able to transform the idea through my own process. So there's also, we can also think how those people who are also the urban traditional artists, I can consider those rickshaw painter or banner painter or other wall painter. There is so many people. Like few months back, we had one project. So we called it Oi. Oi is a letter of Bangla calligraphy, which means notice, something is noticeable. So we invited 5 artists from our Dhaka city, who are connecting with somehow rickshaw painting, banner painting, truck painting, wall painting. So mostly when me and my curator, we go for research on it and go for field work, mostly they are shifting their job, their profession. So some people are using to sell toys, the Chinese plastic toys, or do other things. So why? So it is not only that is only not the matter, just they only do for the rickshaw painting. So digitalization also shifting a new way to decorative rickshaw. So they are not used to go for decorating the rickshaw. So some people are who's are the new generation, they're little smart. They also engaged to produce something which is saleable, like an object kind of sort of things. So there is a chance how we can, like as an art community, how Shilpakala Academy or the institutions or other interesting platform like Britto, how they worked for a long way, or Alliance Process, how they patronize those process where those people also, those artists also get the inspiration, then they should be stable, they should be sustained, they should be continue their journey. Again, there is also connection, a bridge, how we can also make a friendship. We can inspire them. Even we can also get the ability to get some inspiration from them. So that process still is missing. How, if you look at the Picasso, so he considered African traditional mask and he transformed that idea through Cubism. Even the Van Gogh, he transformed the Japanese woodcut print and create his own process. So those European master artists, the modern, most talented people are fascinating about our South Asian resources until we are always looking for our Western resources. Why? So that is my concern, how we can digging out, like, look, we have so many resources, so many things. It is not only the rickshaw painting. There's so many things we can figure it out, and then we can also nurture it, and we can create our atmosphere. We can create our society where we all can be sustained in a better way. It is not to make someone more celebrity or something else. It should be more important to enjoy the process, enjoy the practice, enjoy the profession, again, to sustain with that profession. So I think there is some way how we can also, we need some responsibility. We need to take some responsibility. Always we are just blame other people. Oh, government is not doing anything, or someone. So this is not the rickshaw, why the rickshaw artists, they are not dealing with other way. So it is whole thing, the totality, the collective way how we can creating that atmosphere. So it is my opinion, like how I feel.
What about you, Shanathan?
Yeah, definitely. We should say the right thing. Actually, what I can add here. Actually, what I have already spoken there. In last year in December, that is the first time the rickshaw painters came to Art Institute as instructor. Why? It's 2011 and 2021. It's a long time has passed. We have already liberated 2 times, first in 1947 and second in 1971. We are a free country. We have some kind of freedom, and we need to think about our traditions. We need to think about our culture. We need to promote our heritage. That is our duty. Nobody will come and say, I will give your patronization of the heritage. It is not the right way. Maybe sometimes it can be helpful, but that is not the sustainable way. At Jatha Shilpa, what we have done, Sadia, I have been working with the rickshaw painting for a long time, and I have a keen interest to understand the rickshaw painting and similar paintings and the rest of the things which are not actually practicing in the Art Institute. I have the same education system like you or Rikshaw from the same institute. We know what they are doing over there. So they are doing their part, but I feel there is a missing link. There are some other things that's happening outside of the institute. So I became a researcher because of this. Otherwise, I have no intention to become a researcher. So later, what I found, and so not only this kind of some artworks kind of thing will help us in that way. At Jatha Shilpa, what we started to create some object, which is sellable object. Painting is also a sellable object. Don't forget it. Everything is sellable in this world. So rickshaw is the process of city corporation, process of government, and it is difficult for us to influence them in that way. But what we can do, the skilled worker, they have their aesthetics. If we can create some opportunity to do their work with the skill and create some good object and earn some money, because money is important. Life is more important than art. So if they can learn, if they can earn something, they can continue their practicing. So nowadays, yesterday I met a rickshaw painter at my office, and what he is trying to say, he almost left it. he's looking for some other profession, and sometimes if he gets some commission, he started working. He's a first class artist of rickshaw painting. He's a his father and grandfather all are the rickshaw painters, but now he's thinking in a different way because it is very difficult to sustain or live a decent life with the rickshaw art of the rickshaw painting. It's tough right now. So first of all, I should say we need to think about the importance of rickshaw. It's a very much critical issues, and this is very much connected with policy level. We artists can do a small thing for this, but what we can do as an artist, what I have started, to create some opportunity to earn some money to rickshaw painters. Even just for information, last year we have created some gift item for the Grameen Fund because they are corporates and they are interested about this rickshaw painting, and all around hundreds of rickshaw painters are involved with this project, and they earn money after a long time. And they said to me, after a long day, 20 years, we have received this kind of order from something. We earned some money, and maybe next 2 months we will be very happy to live our life. So we need to work for them. We need to think about them, and what we should say is very important. We need to recognize them as an artist. We need to collaborate with them. We need to bring our right hands to them, as they can come with us, because they are actually eager to work with our academic artists or our mainstream or whatever you say. But we, the previous group, or sometimes maybe don't understand their importance, their skill. If we still think that after 20 years or 50 years, if we do not find a rickshaw painter in Bangladesh, who will lost actually? It's our loss. Our country's lost. Country will lose something, isn't it? So it is our duty, and it is very important to find out how we can find a way out, sustainable way out, definitely, how the rickshaw painters can be recognized and they can earn some money. Maybe we can think about, because I had the experience to curate the workshop in the Art Institute, and I was really happy to see the young painters, the students were excited to work with them, because this is the first time they got the opportunities. Maybe if you can run regularly, if you can run this kind of workshops or this kind of thing in every university in Bangladesh, so they can get some recognition, they can get some source of income, and maybe they will find if we can think together, we will find something way out. Yeah, that's what I can say here.
Thank you. So now we will open the floor to Taslima for her question, and then we will take other questions as well. Yes, Taslima, we can hear you now.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum and hello. I wanted to ask two questions. One is that on the rickshaws, that they have all these symbols, but one thing I noticed when I was doing my MA, MBA, and I took loads of pictures, is that they always have like mother's dua on it, or mother's prayer. And, is it because, rickshaws have lots of, they can have lots of accidents, and so they want their mother's prayer on the rickshaw. And one of the things that, I forgot his name, but he took the mother and he, took it to another level where he connected to his wife's child, because she's going to become a mother. And then it went all around the world. So that was one question. And another question is, have the rickshaw guys, have they taken inspiration from Russian dolls and Russian artwork, where they do the artwork on plates and kettles and things? Because the artwork is very similar. And another thing is, in South Asia, they discovered color, whereas in Britain and European countries, they didn't have color. It was very, very bland. And when they went to South Asia, they brought color to Britain and all over Europe. Just want to add that bit. Thank you.
I think Shaunakum, you can.
Sure, you better start. First question is related with you.
Okay. First one, we go with Vishwajit Goswami.
Okay, my dua, that's a very interesting thing. Like even I also noticed in so many rickshaw, even in my village also, I noticed in my childhood. So I think it is not only that accident. I never been in an accident experience in my life. In especially rickshaw, it is a very small transportation, and we can enjoy that ride all the time. Even in my student life, I used to just have some riding with my girlfriend now, who is my wife. So it is always more pleasant journey with a rickshaw. But I think there is again a spirit, like mostly in city life in Bangladesh, the main transportation for the middle class, lower class society, they use rickshaw, and they go for their next step to go for maybe some new job interview or start something for a new day. So they always going for make something is more important in their life. So when we used to go outside, we always used to tell mother, ma jai, mother, okay, I'll come back again. And mother is always give us some dua or blessings.
Blessings.
And I think that energy again transformed in rickshaw. How Shaun Bhai mentioned, there is so many way how it's connect with our life. Like how it was once a time, it was connecting with our social, cultural, economical, or political awareness. Again, when a figure is prohibited, then again the animals are mainstream character, and it create another decade, another transformations. So there is so many things how rickshaw artists are always very fascinating to grab everything. So they really their vision is enormous. Like that's why I always admire their ability. They are not only just they gain their skill, they have that ability to think again. They have their own perception. So my dua also coming in same way how I feel. And that is the way also the rickshaw motive. When I used to travel and I figure out that series, and then I consider rickshaw painting that motive, which is always backside and which is always scanning with my dua. So backside the main panel, the rickshaw is more with more decorative functional elements. Like there is two hard, two-way in backside, and middle one there is a plate which is the master frame, and the hood also decorated with so many things. Sometimes it's painted, sometimes it is like applique process, pasting and pasting with so many fabrical things like what it's rexin. And also they are using the whole body with so many different, it's totally ornamental. And it's like a mother. Like when mother is beautifying herself, mother is wearing a shari, then wearing bangles, and then wearing some jhumka, and then wearing a bindi, a tip. So that's, I saw in my childhood how mother always used to carry her beauty. So that is like a rickshaw also always more beautifying itself. So someone behind the scene, that artist always concerned for that transformation. So that's all.
Thank you. The second part?
Okay. The second part was the connection between the Russian dolls, isn't it? Actually, what I can say, that popular prints, very available materials were were and still is the main source of subject matter of rickshaw paintings. Stiff means like calendars or this kind of elements or small books. Children books can be another thing which is very easy to achieve or which is to get. I'm not sure. Maybe there is connection between the Russian publication because till it is the Bangladesh was flooded by Russian publication. I can still remember like Udon and many other things and Rodhivu publications. And I know some people who went to Russia in the 60s and 70s to translate for the Bangla versus Bangla section and work in Moscow. So I'm not sure there's a strong connection between them, but I can tell you the Russian publication is still available in Nilkhet. Maybe in that way there is a connection, but I can still, and as you all mentioned, that the Russian paintings and rickshaw paintings is not the same. Maybe there is some connection because when they started drawing on the rickshaw plates with the enamel paints on the tin sheets, it became different. And because of the medium, because of the purpose, and because of the audience was important because if we draw the rickshaw with the mild color, it will not attract people. With the vibrant color, it attracts people, and that is one of the major reason to draw the rickshaw painting or paint the rickshaws with vibrant colors. So it can be the answer for you. I'm not sure there's any strong connection between the Russian publication and the rickshaws, but it can be. I'm not sure.
Thank you very much. We're already running out of our time, so I'm just quickly going to read out some comments here. Someone from Karachi, since we were talking about the truck painting with the first question. So Hamza Siddiqui says, our truck art is somehow the same as compared to this rickshaw art. I'm from Karachi, Pakistan, never got to experience and see this beautiful rickshaw art. This is really beautiful. So we have someone from Karachi and we can explore this. I think all these things, all these connections that we are trying to explore, Russian connection, Karachi connection, these are the reason why this whole project is placed in the Our Shared Cultural Heritage platform, because many of the cultural heritage are actually shared in many ways that we can only explore and learn from it. So I will quickly go to the... While I look for the other questions to pick, maybe I would like to open the platform to Azmi Bhai and Musaddiq Bhai, if you would like to add few more words about the project. Musaddiq Bhai, I hope you're in the room. Maya, can you see Musaddiq Bhai in the room?
Yes, I tried to press unmute, so I'm just...
Yeah, okay, I found it. Musaddiq Bhai?
Yeah, thank you, Sakaria. Yes, I think I'm. You can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you all for this wonderful session. Actually, it was a very interesting learning session for me. Actually, I am just working as the project coordinator for this rickshaw project for Manchester Museum, and so this is a very good learning time for me, especially all the project presentation from Mr. Bishwajit was really wonderful, and I would like to involve with this project in future, and we had some good experience also to work with Uronto for this rickshaw art, and my heartiest gratitude to Manchester Museum to allow us to work with this project, and also CDMA also assist us to work with this project. And that's all for now, and I hope to share so many things in near future, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Musaddiq Bhai. Azmi Bhai, you wanted to expand the detail about the project a bit?
Right. So, can I Is it all right for me to speak now?
Yes.
Sadia, is it all right? Maya, is it all right for me to speak now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit, but
Right, it's okay. I'm in a car, so what I was going to say first is Mossadegh is very, very modest. He is our lead sponsor. If it wasn't the initial sponsorship from Mossadegh, the Rikshaw project would have had difficulty to get started. So he's just mentioned that he's a project coordinator. Actually, we have a project coordinator, Abul Allah Masum. Mossadegh is still, he's so involved that he didn't just gave his money and then put stand back. He's actually physically totally involved and on a daily basis, but he's actually the lead sponsor. I just wanted to clarify that everybody knows that Mossadegh is not just a coordinator. He's the man because of whom the whole Rikshaw project funding has started in the first place. And also, while I'm on, I just want to thank everyone because I know Sadia mentioned this earlier, that we are in the middle of South Asian Heritage Month, which starts from 18th of July, ends in 17th of August. And because I have a double hat, as well as being involved in this Rikshaw project as a sponsor and coordinating the things, I'm also the national organizing team member of South Asian Heritage Month UK and is Greater Manchester lead. So it's given me double pleasure to be involved with this Rikshaw project and the South Asia Gallery. And I would love to have Sadia in. Sadia, are you coming to Manchester for the ceremony?
Crossing my fingers. Let's see.
It will be wonderful for you to have been. You've been involved in so much. It will be wonderful. I'm hoping that Mossadegh can join us as well because it's something we can't wait till the rickshaw rides in Manchester. So I want to, on behalf of Manchester's Museum South Asia Gallery Community Collective co-curation team, I want to thank everyone who has been involved in the Rikshaw project in Bangladesh, Uranto, Bishwajit Dada, Shorodip, and everybody else, Shaun Bhai, and particularly Rafiq Bhai and Ahmed Bhai for all their contribution for maintaining the rickshaw art and the rickshaw cultural heritage, and for all the listeners who's been taking part in this program. It's an exciting time, and just watch the space. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're almost, out of our time. I'm going to do, I have one more questions, but I want to open the floor for a very important discussion that we should be doing when we all are here. Since two rickshaws will be going to Manchester, and it is collectively, it is going to be collectively designed. So we want to open the floor to know from you that which particular motive or what would you like to see in that rickshaw, as it is going to, symbolize the whole rickshaw art legacy and the South Asian history with this. So what would you like to see in those rickshaws? Our artists, some of our UK-based artists in the project, they are Helen and Saiba is here, and we would all like to know your opinion since we want this to be a very participatory project. So let's hear one by one. Our speakers, you have your mics on, and others can raise their hand or write in the chat. Let's hear it from you all. I guess Vishwajita, you want a ma. Anyone else? Do we see any hands raised? I can see known faces here, so if you're not speaking up, I can just pick your name and put you in trouble. Okay, I'm going to pick the names now. I'll start with Jewel, who is here as Youth Career School. Jewel Chakma. Jewel, can you hear us? Okay, Helen has already shared that I like the idea of having a lotus as a standing platform for people or places. Taj Mahal. Anyone else? Taslima Appa, do you want to share anything?
Yeah, I'd like to have the I would like to have Mars Dua, because I think it's significant a lot. Because in Bangladesh, one of the things I found is that people are very emotional, and they love the mother's word is like God. So I think that not only in this in Bangladesh, but in England, it's a good representation. It's cross-pollination of design about the mother, because the mother is very, very important, and her prayer. Thank you.
Thank you, Taslima. Someone is also mentioning that it would be interesting to see the cityscape as part of the project. Great. Anyone else? Okay. While Mosaddiq Bhai, you want to add something?
Yeah, thank you, Sadia, for allowing me. I think I'm not a very good person to talk about all this rickshaw art. Just as I joined this party, I'm just feeling quite interesting. Just I feel that just rickshaw art actually it's a way to express our own culture, own heritage, and the what's happening around us. So as we are introducing the rickshaw to Manchester Museum, so can we think something like that? The process is through the rickshaw art and painting, and can we represent the rickshaw in this way, that whether we can, besides representing Bangladeshi culture and Bangladeshi symbols, we can also present to the people of Manchester and UK, that they can also represent their own culture and heritage through the rickshaw art and through this process. So this can be a global way of express your thoughts, the way of express your culture and all these things. That's all. Just this my sharing of my thought. Thank you.
Thank you, Mosaddiq Bhai. We're also getting a lot of ideas in the chat, like rickshaw artist teaching children's as Bengal tigers and cubs. That's a very cute idea. Okay, so we're getting other ideas as well. Feel free to share. So what Mosaddiq Bhai you shared, I think they are Helen and Saiba. You should also join me in this. Maya, can you help them unmute themselves? They are Helen and Saiba.
We also have the lead artist that'll be working with them as well, Daya. So there's Helen, Daya, and Sahiba. I think
Yes.
you guys should be able to unmute.
Yes. So Dia is the lead artist, and also Saiba and Helen is in the team from UK. And we are actually having this kind of dialogue that it's like I have also have been mentioning, it's not only about the Bangladeshi narrative, it's about the South Asian and connecting and the shared cultures between UK and South Asia. So we have been talking about different elements like putting different map shapes in cutwork. I actually had a question to Shanakun about this, but I don't think the time will permit, so I'll do it in private. And we were also we came to a theme. Dea, do you think we should discuss the theme? We should disclose this, or we keep it?
No, keep it a secret. We allowed to share it.
Yeah, we just share the keywords, right?
Yeah,
so we have been working around keywords like language, and the migration, and the modern life, and also the nostalgia, romance, and the diversity of community, or the positioning of a woman in the society. So these are a few keywords that we're working around, which through these we want to explore diversity in the society. We want to explore the human connection, human nostalgia, emotions, and romance. Of course, rickshaw is also a transport with a lot of romantic memories for many, and obviously the migration and how the shared culture and how different lives, different communities are living. So if anyone has anything to add to it, especially our speakers.
Religion.
Yes, and that comes in the diversity that we are thinking, the diversity in the society, through different identity, ethnicity, belief. Thank you, Taslima, for adding. I would like to hear from Shaunakund and Bishwajit also, if you think there are certain vital things that should be there. I know 2 rickshaws are very small numbers to represent a lot of it, but still, let's discuss about it.
Shaun bhai.
I was thinking, what should I say actually, because there's only 2 rickshaws. And I have shown more than 100 rickshaws here today. The designs and the patterns they have made. These are the small part actually I have able to show today. But definitely we need to think about the purpose of this project first. The purpose is important because the rickshaw art arise for a purpose itself. It has a purpose to attract the rickshaw, attract the make it beautiful, and attract the passengers to get of this. This is 2022, and we are talking about South Asian cultural heritage, shared heritage, and the whole project is going to happen in Manchester, which is a long connection with the Indian subcontinent, especially in Bengali, because Manchester was famous for textile industry, if I am not wrong. And there's a connection between the Bengal was famous for Muslim, and which is destroyed because of the rise of the Manchester textile industry and many things. So we need to think more. It is very difficult to say any prescription right now, but what can I say? If you can find something which is connected to things, to space. Bangladesh is a South Asian country. Manchester is a state or some city of a UK or Britain, and they have different connections definitely. So if you can find something like this, which can be suitable for this project, which is helpful for the project, and which make this 2 places together. And all the South Asian migrants people, or what I should say, diaspora, who are living in, maybe they are coming from Indian subcontinent, who are living in Manchester or around the Manchester. And as far as I understand, we need to think about this issue first. It is almost definitely it's connected with migration. It's definitely connected with cultural heritage. But the difficult part is it's only 2 rickshaw. But my suggestion is, if there is any scope, you can put this thing. And what I have done in around 10 years back in Silchar, when I went there for a workshop over there in Silchar, in part of Assam right now. So I told them to draw their rickshaw painting rickshaws with their own history, because Silchar has a long history also in a different way. So I think if there is space, okay, maybe there's only 2 rickshaws, but we can draw a lot of paintings, lot of experimentations with the different subjects and engage more people, not only 2 rickshaws, if it's possible, and if allow the project, that can be a way out to see what they're feeling, the Bangladeshi artists or UK-based artists, what they're feeling, that can come out through this project. and it can be very good example of collaborations and good example of some kind of humanity and some inclusion. Yeah, is that any scope like this, Sadia? You are the director, you know very well.
Don't put me in the trouble. Yes, we are all we have been thinking about this shared narratives.
Don't only think about two rickshaws, because if there is a other involvement, so they can draw different artworks, maybe on the paper, maybe on the tin sheet, maybe with some other ways, and maybe later, and that can be part of the project also, because you can show this thing in the museum, or you can make some publication with this thing. And I had a long experience with QnA. We worked together once upon a time. Don't forget. And I believe that you will also do a very good idea, and you will execute the whole project very well. And I can just suggest you like that: involve as many as you can. And because two rickshaws is very small to represent the whole rickshaw culture. Rickshaw is a much more than two rickshaws. So
I hope Mosaddeq bhai, you're listening to this. since you are one of the sponsors, Azmi bhai. Anyway, thank you for bringing this up. I'm just glad that it is starting somewhere, and then we can expand this, inshallah, ahead and expand in a meaningful way. So Maya will just mute me if I if I take any more question. So I have to end with you, Vishwajit.
Okay. So I think it is also interesting. Like I don't care about the amount or the quantity. Sometimes it's also interesting how we measure the quantity or measure the space. Like if I in a hole, so how can I be survive? So it is all about the life and to enjoy the life in a very small way or a big way, or how it could go. I don't know the process or the logistics support, how it all accommodated in a whole scale, like how you are planning. So if it is a two rickshaw, it could be even it could be a conversation, like how we are creating a conversation here. So it could be a conversation like one place to another place. Like traveling is a conversation. Like we start from somewhere and we go for looking for a new destination. So it is like now and then the time. Exactly. Like we are talking about the past, we are talking about the future. How it could be also narrate that hoping our how we try to figure out how it could be sustained. And also it could be also like a conversation between two culture, like Bangladesh and other part of where it could be exhibit. Even it could be also a conversation between two artists, like from here and there. So there is so many way we can also consider, like how I feel. Like sometimes when I travel, so I mostly find that we artists are mostly more shaky or less confident when we try to talk in mostly in Western part. So I never scared. I never dump my energy. So we have so many things. Like it's a small country. Yeah, we have so many people. So that is our resources. We have so many people. So how you are considering our people? So that's the thing. That's noticeable. The questions or how you can go for a definition. So for me, I think it is always interesting to how it could be create some ideas, some reflections, like how here we are talking about so many things. Even it is like a conversation. Shaun Bhai expressing his own way, how it could be goes on, or Sadia or other team or we. So it is like a happening. So it's already start. So I hope that it would be fantastic, like how it's just go to for a new way to continue that process. It is more important to continue the process. It is important. I enjoy the process. we are all are very happy mood. That's why till it is almost, I think, 12 in my country, till we are here. So that's all. That's all.
I'm
Thank
stuck
you.
in my office.
I'm in my organization.
Yes,
so,
workstations.
so
Thank you very much to both of you for speaking and sharing and participating in this. And thank you all for being with us. And I hope we would end up doing something good for now collectively in the project, and then we learn and grow on this. There is never end to learning and improving, and I hope we will get all of you with us in the journey this way or that way. Thank you. Thank you, artists, Dea, Helen, and Saiba for being here, Maya for supporting us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Just to say, if anybody's interested in the development of the project and how it continues on social media, so for Manchester Museum social media, for the Our Shared Cultural Heritage Project, their social media, just keeping an eye out and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for past 2 days. But yeah.
Good night.
All right.